I had a DM from a guy, and he said that his kid is a huge bully. Like he was adopted from the foster system. He's like a huge big kid, like 14 years old, but he's like 6'3", big boy, and he's like he's getting in trouble in school, and he's like I hear that jiu-jitsu, I hear that martial arts can help him, but I'm afraid I'm gonna weaponize his bullying. What is your guys' advice? Should I put him in jiu-jitsu?
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one, right?
When you use the word weaponize,
He's like, I feel like he will start using it to be even a worse bully. To me, first of all, he should be in an adult class.
Of course.
And maybe if you
anytime you're 6'3", you're in an adult class.
And you
I don't care if you're 10 years old.
Maybe you come to your professor and be like, look, this is the situation. My son this is what's going on. Yeah. And like, as his father, I kind of maybe need him to be a little humbled a little bit here. Mm-hmm. And then you would tell your better guys like, hey, he is a child, but he needs to realize that like, this is what's happening to the other kids, and maybe teach him that way. But also before you put him in, maybe get him into some therapy, get him into something outside another, you know what I mean? There's some other issues that he needs to work on. Obviously he's got anger issues.
Right.
So,
I mean, how many people do we know that, they said, oh, I used to do street fighting and all that, and jiu-jitsu humbled me,
like,
I was never into street fighting. I don't fight, so, but there's plenty of people that are like, oh man, jiu-jitsu really changed me. You know what I mean? I've learned values and respect, and not as tough as I thought I was, and all the good stuff. You know what I mean? Most guys that you meet in the jiu-jitsu community, and I hate to throw the tattoo community under the bus, but they're just such nice people. And not that tattooing was bullying, but let's maybe call it like, I don't know, verbal bullying or whatever. I always felt like in tattooing, if you weren't the shit, it's kind of like, you can't sit at our table. And jiu-jitsu is just not like that. You've been to lunch dinners with like world champions, and they're hey, what's up? What are you going to get? And it's, so I think when you get a kid that's a bully and you get him around some really wholesome people, some really genuine people that also can be bullies as well, and they see a different light, hopefully that reflects in a positive way.
It might, and I think we just figured it out. It might be he's not just, like we talked earlier, he's not just taking a class, learning his skills and leaving. Have him stay, have him hang with the squad, have him go, like, let the team adopt him.
That becomes his core group of peers, and those are the people that he hangs out with outside of the gym. You know what I mean? One, they're going to step in and prevent him if he's being an ass, and trying to bully somebody.
Maybe tell your senior belts, like, hey, this is the situation, right? This kid's got issues. He's, which is what we're worried about. Can you guys like reach out to him after the class? Like, dude, you did so good, bro. Let me show you this. Or can you like, if he has a social media, DM him like, you coming to class on Tuesday? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then maybe he'll be like, oh, like give him something else to look forward to than freaking peppering that kid in second period or whatever it is. But like, change his mindset of like, oh, I do jiu-jitsu now. I don't need to like put my aggression out on this, because I think a lot of his aggression bottled up. Maybe
it could be so many things, man. It could be so many things.
Insecurities, even.
That it could be the just not having an outlet. It could be a fight or flight response, to where if his past was so bad that he's just always got his heckles up, and he's always just waiting for, because he's expecting something else to go wrong, because it always does.
Yeah, and shout out to that parent for DMing me that, because it's hard to. That did not be easy to like say, hey, yeah, my, whether it's an adopted son or not, is a problem. And like, you're doing a great job as a parent, because you're trying to find solutions. Yeah, right. Some parents don't, and they just like are blind and they just let their parents be reckless. But you're out here trying to find how to help your kid as become a better human. So I'm not going to name drop, but whoever DM'd me, hey, shout out to you guys.